Sure, thank you. So, hello everyone. My name is Spurti. I'm currently 17 years old and I take up space and make noise in New Delhi, India. So, my project was a novel risk assessment and screening tool for learning disorders in young children. So, it's called DysDiag, and it mainly gave risk assessment tests for common learning disorders such as dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia. So we use many novel techniques such as gamification and usage of many machine learning models, such as an image classification model and an emotion recognition model, to help make the identification of learning disorders convenient, cost and time efficient, accessible, as well as more child friendly. Yeah. So this project started about a year ago, and it kind of stemmed from a personal interaction I had with a fellow classmate who I was mentoring at the time, who further went on to get diagnosed with dyscalculia. And I came to know about WAICY through a tech newsletter that I had signed on to, and when I explored into it, it seemed like a great opportunity, and I signed on immediately. So I think it all boils down to how passionate you are about a project. When you're so deeply passionate about working on something, I think you don't mind burning that midnight oil. And it was stressful. It takes a lot of managing and scheduling, and it comes down to not about the quantity of time that you dedicate to something, but rather about the quality and making sure that any time you're dedicating to a project is productive and will actually yield results. I think that one of the most major challenges that I did face is during the development of the image classification model for dysgraphia. There was no publicly available data set of children's handwriting samples which I could use to train the model. So I had to myself crowdsource a lot of the data set and then have it manually labeled with the help of a clinical psychologist. So that was a bit stressful and it needed like me pulling a couple of strings, but in the end it all worked out. So for this project, I definitely want to incorporate assessments for other disorders as well, such as ADHD or dyspraxia. And in terms of what I plan to do further, I'd love to study something related to human-computer interaction or neurobiological computation, something in that field. So I'd like to start off by saying that we're in AI spring, and I don't think in today's time and age there's any tool that even comes close to how empowering and powerful AI can be in our world. And to anyone who's even like remotely interested in artificial intelligence, I'd highly recommend you and encourage you to go forward with it because it's an extremely powerful tool, and the bounds of what you can do with it is truly limitless. And at the end of the day, like competitions like WAICY, it's not about winning or losing. It's about the soul exposure and experience that you get by putting yourself out there on such amazing platforms and being part of such an encouraging and inspiring community of people who are on a similar path as yours. That makes all the difference.